Jack, tough game,
Yeah.
tough result, end of a tough season.
Yes, it's been a tough season. It's been a positive season. Yeah, it's one of them games today. I don't quite know how we didn't win. It would have been a good send-off to finish with a win, which I feel like we deserved. But yeah, it just weren't meant to be. It's one of them days that just weren't going in for us. Weren't for a lack of effort or commitment. But on a positive, obviously really good to keep a clean sheet and I think break the club record. And for Mason and the back four and the whole team, to be honest, it's a real good achievement.
And obviously, it is another point, like I say, another clean sheet, another positive, and probably the whole of the second half has been all about positives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought subs that come on give us a real momentum, real positive impact, and yeah, throughout the team it just wouldn't go in. I probably had one of the most shots I've ever had in a game, and it just wouldn't go in for me today. And yeah, a few other players had chances, and yeah, it's one of them days. But I think it's still a positive end to the season, and I think once the dust settles and we look back, and we'll look back at this as a positive, as a one that could have been better. But we always know we'll learn from it and take it into next season.
And we saw at the end of the game how disappointed all the players were when the final whistle went, and we hadn't quite got over the line. How does that frustration change or differ over the next couple of days?
Yeah, well, obviously, frustration. We've got a real competitive group who want to win every game, regardless of what's going on elsewhere. And I know it wouldn't have made the difference in terms of the playoffs, but we was desperate to finish with a win. So yeah, it's disappointing, but I think, yeah, like I said, once the dust settles after a couple of days, I think we'll look back on this season as a positive one, and yeah, I think all the lads can't wait till next season already.
Yeah, and speaking to you guys from the very beginning of the same season, there seemed a real togetherness. It took a while on the pitch for that to gel, but once it did, we really pushed on.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we look back at this season and yeah, on the pitch to start weren't what we wanted, but I feel like we felt within the group the way we was as a team off the pitch, and even some of the performances which weren't quite warranting the results. And we said it at the beginning, and it's one of them where it's hard to say until you can see the results. And then once it clicked, we went on a couple really good unbeaten runs throughout the season. And yeah, it's from where we was at, let's say, November and even January to be where we are now and to be in with a shot with the last day of the season. I think it's a credit to everyone involved at the club, and it's a shame we couldn't quite get there, but I think it gives us a real positive feeling moving forward.
And it shows how far we've come from the last few seasons, that we're all a little bit disappointed today, finishing just outside the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. The gaffer said it before, like this time a year ago, the club was like at the other end of the table and like just stayed up, and for us to be disappointed that we've not got in the playoffs shows how far we've come. I think still as players, naturally we have that ambition where we feel like we might look back at this game, that game, it's impossible not to. But yeah, I think there's a lot of positivity going forwards. I feel like the connection between the players and the fans got stronger and stronger throughout the season, even though early on in the season when it weren't going right for us, they were brilliant. I remember saying that they stuck with us and they give us that extra bit of time to gel and get together, and fans have been rewarded. And yeah, I feel like there's been a real togetherness, especially the last couple months. And yeah, it's a shame we couldn't give them the win today to finish with, but it was still nice. Like they stuck around, and yeah, it's a real good feeling at the moment. And
you're part of the team, part of the squad, obviously. But for you personally, how does it rank as one of your best seasons in your career?
Yeah, it's right up there. It's been I think today was my 50th game, so that's always the target: to play as many games as you can. And when you're on the pitch, you give yourself the opportunity to be involved in goals and assists. And it's not my best, but it's up there with that as well. So yeah, it's been a real good first season, and obviously the last couple of weeks I've been lucky to get some recognition with that through awards. But from a team point of view, the team have been brilliant for me. I settled in from day one. I knew quite a few lads coming in, which made it easier. But yeah, it's been a real enjoyable season on and off the pitch, and I'll be honest, I'm gutted that it's finished because I genuinely have loved it. And yeah, I'm really excited for next season.
Cheers, Jack.